Hello, one and all present here. This is Amit Kumar Singh, and welcome to my next session on discussion of SSC CPU exam of 2019. So, in the previous class, I have done 30 questions for you people. So, I believe you have gone through all the 30 questions which I did for all of you. So that was the agenda of the previous class. If you have not seen that, I'll really request you all that first you see my first part of the exam paper discussion where I solved the first 30 questions, and then probably you can watch this session. So then it will make more sense to all of you. So guys, so first of all, best of luck to all the participants who are preparing for this exam. I really wish best of luck, and I really know that you all become the part of Indian administrative services very soon, and once you get select. So that is the intention with which you and me, we both are doing hard work, so that you get the best of your outcome when you think about exam preparation. So that is the agenda, and I believe you have gone through all the previous questions what we have discussed. And if you have any doubt, you can write your doubts in the chat box. So, or the comment option is there with you. So if you have any doubt with any question, if you felt that I did a little bit fast discussing that question, all that, you can feel free to let me know your concern. And at the same time, if you like the classes, please hit on the like button and subscribe to my channel if you have not subscribed. So that gives, as an individual level, uh, that gives me a lot of motivation to do more hard work like this manner. So that is the overall my perspective about the way you want to see the exam and how you can clear the exam. So, so probably when we talk about the exam preparation, when we talk about SSC CPU exam, you will get 2 hours and you need to solve 200 questions, 50 questions each of English, logical reasoning, general knowledge, and mathematics section. In this sessions, I am going to only discuss about the mathematical portion. So I have done from question number 1 to 31 in the previous class, but because of certain technical glitch, I face some internet issue, and because of which, before I was doing 31 question, 31st question, little bit of internet, what to say, improper management happened. So I think if you have somehow lost the question number 31, so I'll do that again for all of you. I believe till question number 30, no one will have any doubt. So let me discuss the question number 31 again. 31 is based on profit and loss, and you should be good with the concept on profit and loss because there's no exception on profit and loss because these are easy section. So you should be good with profit and loss. When we talk about profit and loss, in profit and loss, when we talk about uh, uh, profit percentage calculation, you should be aware about the fact that whenever we talk about profit percentage, whenever we talk about loss percentage, it need to be always calculated on cost price. So the formula what we are using is the selling price is equal to cost price plus profit, and selling price is equal to cost price minus loss. Fine. So suppose here the question is like this. Question number 31, that there's a person called Sujata. She sold 75% of her good at a profit of 24%, and the remaining 25% of good at the loss of 40%. So what is the overall gain or loss in a whole transaction? So let the like total worth of the good what she have. Suppose the total worth of the good what she had. So the total worth of the good was suppose 100 rupees. So 75% of that means 75 rupees worth of good. She sold at the profit of 25.4%. So, so 75 rupees worth of goods she sold at the profit of 24%. So what is 24% of 75? If you want to know, you can either do it like that way, or you can understand 24% is nothing but 24% is 25% minus 1%, and 25% is 1/4. You know that. What is 1/4 of 75? So that is 18.75. So that is 18.75. Then what is 1% of 75? That is 0.75. So what is 24%? 24% would be 18. So the on this 75 rupees of thing, Sujata got 18 rupees profit. So then she got 93 rupees on that. Then the remaining 25 rupees worth of good, in that she got a loss of 40%. So 10% of 25 is 2.5. So 40% would be 10 rupees. 2.5 into 10, 22. Sorry, 10% is 2.5. So 40% would be 10. So means loss of 10 rupees. So 40% is loss of 10 rupees. So this 25 rupees of thing where she got a loss of 40%. So 40% is 10 rupees. So ultimately she got 15 rupees from that. So the total money what the Sujata got is 108 rupees. So on 100 rupees worth of good, Sujata got 108 rupees, means she got 8% profit. Okay, fine. Easy problem. Now you can see question number 32. A man spent two-third of his income. The man spent, you know that income is equal to saving plus expenses. So man spent two-third of his income. So two-third of his income. So suppose his income was 100 rupees. So he spent two-third of his income. Okay, so two-third is difficult to do. So two-third, there because two-third of 100 would be 66.67. So can I assume his income to be 90 rupees? Okay. Sorry, can I assume his income to be 90 rupees so that the calculation become easy? Let the income is 90 rupees. So two-third of that would be 60 rupees. So what is this problem? Man spent two-third of his income. So his expense is 60 rupees. So his saving would be 30 rupees. Saving would be 30 rupees. Okay. So man spent two-third of his income. So then if his income increased by 14%, if his income increased by 14%, so if this increased by 14%, 14%, so what is 10%? 10% is 9. And what is 1%? 1% is 0.9. So 0.9, 0.9 forza, 0.9 forza is 3.6. So means his income increased by 12.6 is income increase. 90 plus 12.6 means now his income become 102.6. Now his income increased by 14% and his expenditure increased by 20%, and his expenditure increased by 20%. 20% means 10% is 6, 20% is 12, so his expenditure becomes 72 rupees. So now his income become 102.6 and his expenditure becomes 72. So what would be saving? So his saving would be new saving. What would be saving? So when you talk about his saving would be 102.6 minus 72. So that would be 30.6. Now earlier his saving was 30. Now his saving become 30.6. So what is a percentage increase in saving? So what is a percentage increase in saving? So 30.6 minus 30 divided by 30 into 100. So this is 0.6 divided by 30 into 100. So this get cancelled. This is 6 by 3, means 2%. So his saving increased by 2%. So 32, the answer is option B, 2%. Okay, now question number 33. Now let me copy this question. So this question is like this. So there's A and B can together, do a work, certain work in X days. A and B together can do a certain work in X days. So if you know my form, if you've seen my video on time and work, you know that if A can do the work in A days and B can do the work in B days, then A and B together can do the work in AB by A plus B day, that is given to you X day, and then A can do the same work in X plus 8 day and B in X plus 18 day. Means A is X plus 8 and B is X plus 18. Then A plus B would be 2X plus 26 is equal to X. So then they're asking A and B together can complete 5 by 6 part of work. Means they're asking you 5 by 6 of X, they're asking you. Okay, let's try to solve it. So this is X square. This is X square plus 18X plus 8X plus 144. This is equal to 2X square plus 26X. So you can write this as, this is 18 plus 8, 26X plus X square plus 144 is equal to X square plus 26X. So this get cancelled. So X is equal to 12. The X value is 12. They're asking you 5 by 6 of X. 5 by 6 of 12 means 10. So the answer for this would be 5 by 6 would be 10 days. 33 option answer is option C. Now 34, PT is the tangent at the point R on a circle with center O. So PT is the tangent. So PT is the tangent. So PT is the tangent at a point R on the circle. At a point R on a circle with center O, and SQ is the diameter which when produced meet PT at P. So SQ is the diameter. Okay, so SQ is the diameter which when produced meet PT at P. If SPT, if SPT is 32 degree, if this is 32 degree, if this is 32 degree, this is 32 degree. So what is the measure of angle QRS? Sorry, QRP. QRP. They're asking you. So they're asking you this angle QRP. So they're asking you this angle QRP. So now if you join this, fine. So now if you join this, now you know that this is semicircle. Now with semicircle make 90 degree, you know this, that is a property in circle. Now this angle and this angle will be equal, that is a property of chord. So then you got a triangle, and the total angle in the triangle is 180 degree. So 32 plus 90 plus A is equal to 180 degree. You find the value of A. So 2A is equal to 90 minus 32. 90 minus 32, 90, 60, 58 degree. The value of A is equal to 29 degree. That is your answer. So I'll draw the diagram here in case if you found difficulty. So like you understand, this is the circle, this is PT, this is PT, this is R or something I think. This is R, then this is circle O, then SQ, this is Q, this is S, sorry, this is S, this is Q. Now they've given you this angle as 32 degree. Now if you join this and this become 90 degree. It is a semicircle. The angle at the circumference is 90 degree. That is a property. Now this angle and this angle will be equal. It is a property of chord. Then with that you can just find the value. With that you can find the value of A. That is what you need to find, QRP. So it is a triangle. So 32 plus 90 plus A is equal to 180 degree. So 32 plus 2a is equal to 90 degree. So 2a is equal to 58 degree. So a is equal to 29 degree. Fine. I hope you have understood this concept. So and this angle will be equal. So you can easily understand this. This is right angle triangle. This is A. This would be 90 minus A. Mhm. So, mhm. So I hope you got the answer for this question number 34. The answer is option D, 29 degree. Now see question number 35. Study the given graph and answer the question that follows. So the number of worker whose age is 36 or more but less than 48. 36 or more but less than 48. But less than 48. So 80 plus 70 plus 75. So it's 14, 225. So is what percent more than the number of worker whose age is less than 28? Less than 28. This is what? This is 140 now. 75 plus 65, that is 140. So number of workers age that is more is what percent more than 140? More than 140. 200. So 225 minus 140. How much is 225? So that is 60 plus 80, 85. 85, 85, 85 by 7 into 5. This is 425 divided by 7. So 60 point something, 60.7%. So the answer for 35 is option A. Now question number 36. The average of 10 number is 72. The average of first 10 number is 72, means the total sum of 10 number is 720. Then the average of first four number is 69. So first four number 69 fours are 36, 276. So the first four number, the sum is 276. Okay, and the next three numbers 74, threes are 222. So 71, 74 threes are 222. Next three number is 222. Okay, then the eighth number, eighth number 6 more than the ninth number. Eighth number, the eighth number is suppose A, that is 6 more than the eighth number 6 more than the ninth number. So the ninth number is B, and 12 more than the 10th number, and 12 more than the 10th number. Okay, so the last, see this. So the sum of first 10 number is 720. So the sum of first 10 number is 720. First four number, this is 8, and this is 7 do 9, then this is 498. First seven number is 498. Is 498. So now the remaining sum, the remaining sum, this is 2, and this is 2, this is 11, 9 to 11, then this is 222. So the sum of 8 plus 9 plus 10 is 222. So this is 8, this is 9, this is 10. Okay. Then what they ask, then the 8th number is 6 more than 9th number. 8th number is 6 more than the 9th number, and 12 more than the 10th number, and 12 more than the 10th number, and 12 more than the 10th number. So this is the relation. So you can say B is equal to 6 plus C. So you can write the sum of A is 12 plus C, B is 6 plus C, and the last number is C only. The sum should be 222. So 18 plus 3C is 222. So 3C is equal to minus 20. This would be 202, 204. So C is equal to 68. So the third last number is 68. What they're asking, what is the average of 8th and 9th number? The average of 8th and 9th number. So the average, so 8th number is 12 plus C, and 9th number is 6 plus C. The average it is asking you. So it is 18 plus 2C divided by 2. Means C plus 9 they are asking you. What is C plus 9? That is 77. The answer for this would be 77. Option D. 36, the answer is option D. Okay, 37, you can see 37. So 0.69125292. So you can see the next question. So this is square root of 0.6912, square root of 0.6912 and 0.5292, and 0.5292 divided by 0.6912 minus 0.5292. This is what you need to solve. So suppose they are in the form of root a plus root b divided by root a minus root b. Multiply root a plus root b both sides. So this would be root a plus root b. If you do both sides, you will get a plus b plus 2 root ab divided by a minus b. So that is a square, a plus b into a minus b. So you will get a square minus b square. So now if I do this, so, so this is a plus b. So 0.6912 and 0.5292. This is 4, this is 10, this is 12, and this is 12. So the sum is 1.2204 plus, and I'll do that, minus, if I do 6912 and 5292, this is 0, 9 plus 2, 11. So 8 minus 2, 6, and this is 1, 1620. So 1620, 1620, 1620. So 0.1620, this is 0.1620 plus 2 AB. So this is 2 root of 0.6912, 0.6912 into 0.6912, this is 0.5292. This is 0.5292. This is what you need to solve. So now to solve this, so if you focus on decimal, this is into, so in denominator 10 to the power 8, 10 to the power 4. So denominator also 10 to the power 4, numerator also 10 to the power 4. You can ignore decimal. So you can 12204 plus 2. And this is nothing but 6912 into 5292 divided by 1620. this is what I need to solve. Now, any number which end with 2, they are not a perfect square. So individually, I cannot find their square root. So now I need to solve this. Now 6912, if I find the factors 3, 4, 3, 4, 5, 6, then 1728. 1728 means 12 cube. So this is 2 square into 12, 2 square into 3 whole cube. So this is 2 square into 2 to the power 6 into 3 cube. This is this 6912. Then 5292, then 5292. This is 2. This is 2646. 2646. 2646. Then 1324. Then 662. Then 331. Then 331. So 331 will go over which number? 3317, 777, 51 no, then 11 no, 13 70, 13 26, 71 no, then 5292 no? This is 5292, is it? 5292, 5292. So 2 6 4 8 1 6 12, then 1 3 1 3 2 1 3 2 3 no, 1 minute. Mistake is there. Mistake is there. So 1 3 2 3. So it will go by 3. So 4 4 1. Then go by 3. 1 4 7. Then go by 3. 49. Then 7 square. So this is 2 square 3 cube. So 2 square 3 cube. Then 7 square. 2 square 3 cube and then 7 square. So 2 square. So the total I can say this is 2 to the power 8 into 3 cube, this number. So this is 2 to the power 10 into 3 to the power 6 into 7 square. So 2 to the power 10 square root of this number. This is 2 to the power 5 into 3 to the power 3 into 7. So 32 into 27 into 7. 32 into 27 into 7. So the square root. This is 12204, and this is 2 into 2 you have to do. So okay, leave it, that part we can do. That is 2 to the power 6 means 64 into 27 into 7. So 27 into 7 you can do. 27 into 7 49, 4 carry 189, 64, that is 36, 3 carry 32, 35, 35, 3 carry 7, then 54, 5 carry 48 plus 5, 53, 5 carry 11, this is 6, this is 9, 10, 12096, 12096, 12096, 12096, 12096, 12096. This is 10, this is 10, this is 3, this is 4, 24300. So 2430 divided by 162. So this is 1215 by 81. Then this is 405 by 27. Then this is 135 by 9. Then this is 50. The answer for this is 15. Very time consuming. I'll not suggest to do it the first and in the exam. Now you can see question number 38. So from the point 12 meter above the sea level, from the point 12 meter above the sea level, the angle of elevation of the top of hill, is 60 degree, and the angle of depression of the base of hill is 30 degree. So what is the height of the hill? So suppose so this is, if this is, so this would be 12 root 3, this will be 12 root 3, this is 12 root 3. So 12 root 3, and this would be 36 plus 12, 48. 38 answer 48. Okay, so you can know that in the case of right angle triangle 30, 60, 90, you remember in the case of right angle triangle, if you know that, you can do it very fast, like the way I did. So if this is 30, this is 60, this is 90. So if this is A, so this should be root 3A, and this will be 2A. So if the right angle triangle is in ratio 30, 60, 90, then your side will be in ratio 1:3:2. So you can understand. So you can prove this. So you can see this. This is 1030 degree will be A by root 3A, because 1030 degree is 1 by root 3. If you see 1060 degree, that is root 3. So the side which is opposite to 30 degrees A, then the side opposite to 60 degree would be root 3A. So the same logic I used here. So if opposite to 30 degree is 12, so if this is 30, this is 90, so this should be 60 degree. So this should be 12 root 3. So if this is 12 root 3, if this is 12 root 3, you understand this is 30 degree. So if the side opposite to 30 degree is 12 root 3, so the side opposite to 60 degree would be 12 root 3 into root 3. That would be 36. So the total height would be 36 plus 12, that would be 48. Okay. Then you can see question number 39. Try question number 39. Now we'll try to do question number 39. So for the question number 39, like question is like this: article is sold at the for article is sold for 680 rupees after two successive discount of 20% and X% on the mark price. The mark price is given 1000 rupees. So your mark price is 1000 rupees, and you're selling for 680 rupees after giving discount of 20 and X. So your mark price is 1000. So first you gave a discount of 20%. So 20% of 1000 is 200. It becomes 800. Then on 800 you give X% discount, and you are selling it for 680 rupees. You are selling it for 680 rupees. So on 800 you are selling it for 680. So on 800 you gave a discount of X%, and it becomes 680. So I can write 1 minus X by 100 is equal to 68 by 80. So this is 17 by 20. So 1 minus 17 by 20 is equal to X by 100. So this is 3 by 20 is equal to x by 100. So x is equal to 15%. So the answer for question number 39 is option A. Okay. Now try question number 40, everyone. So think about question number 40. How will you do question number 40, everyone? Think about your approach. So 40, like I did by trial error method. There is no other way I found to solve this question. How will you solve that? Everyone try question number 40. So for 40 is given a plus b plus c is equal to 6, and then a square plus b square plus c square is equal to 38, and then they ask you the value. They ask you the value of a b square plus c square, then plus b uh, a square plus c square, a square plus c square plus c, a square plus b square, then plus 3abc, plus 3abc. This value you need to determine. Now, after, you can think about your own way of getting the answer, how to get the answer. What I thought, in spite of trying many way by using formulas and putting a lot of uh, brainstorming session, so I thought to put a equal to 6 and b equal to 1 and c equal to -1. So that is satisfying my both this condition. That is satisfying my both this condition. So then I substitute this value here. So a is 6, b square is 1, c square is 1 plus b is 1, a square is 36, c square is 1 plus c is -1, a square 36, b square is 1. So, so you know that one of the variable is minus, so plus into minus is minus. So 3 into 6 into 1 into -1. So you'll get -18. So, so this is 6 into 2 plus 1 into 37 minus 1 into 37 minus 18. This is 12 plus 37 minus 37 minus 18. So this is -6. So the answer for this is -6. The answer is -6. So 40 answer is option D, that is -6. Okay, now question number 41. So A and B started traveling toward each other at the same time from the places X to Y and from Y to X respectively. After crossing each other, A and B took 2.45 hour and 4.08 hour to reach Y and X respectively. The speed of B is 8.4 kilometer per hour. What is the speed of A? This question is one of the concepts which is very important and very common in time, speed and distance chapter. So this is, you can solve it directly with a formula for solving this question. There's a direct formula is there for solving this question. So the formula for this question, so the formula for that question is speed of A, in this kind of cases, whenever you're trying to solve this kind of case, this is the shortcut formula. This is the shortcut formula. So remember this. So whenever the question comes where they talk about that two person met each other, and then after they met, after that the first person took some time, maybe t1 time to reach the other end, and the second person took t2 time to reach the other end. So if they're asking you the speed of one person, where they given the speed of another person, so you can use this formula to get the answer. So here A is taking 2.45 hour and B is 4.04 hour, 4.05. So I'll just write down. So speed of A by the speed of B. So speed of A you have to determine. The speed of A you have to determine. Speed of B is speed of B is speed of B is 8.4. Speed of B is 8.4. This is time taken by B. Time taken by B is 4.05. 4.05, and time taken by A is 2.45. That is 2.45. That is 2.45. That is 2.45. So you can solve this. So this is 81 and this is 49. So you know that root of 81 or 59, that will be 9 by 7. So you can say speed of A is equal to 8.4 into 9 by 7. So this is 1.2, 1.2 into 9 is 9, 12 nines are 108, so that is 12.10.8. So the speed of A is 10.8 kilometer per hour. Now you can see the next question, question number 42. So pipe P and Q can fill the tank in 18 and 27 minutes. So P can fill the tank in 18 minutes and Q can fill the tank in 27 minutes. Okay, where R can empty the full tank, where R can empty the full tank in 54 minutes. So the LCM 18 is a 54, 27 is a 54, 54 ones are. So the LCM of this will be 54. So let the work is 54 unit. Every minute this P will do P unit of work, Q will do 2 unit of work, R will do minus 1 unit of work. When they're working together, they will do 4 unit of work. So P and Q is filling the tank while R is removing the water. So okay, so if they work together, P, Q, and R, then they would do 4 unit of work every minute. So 54 unit of work they will do in 13.5 minutes. So 13.5 minutes. So here what is given, P plus Q, P and Q were open together for 6 minutes. So P and Q in 1 minute do 5 unit of work. So for 6 minutes they open together. So they did 30 unit of work. So and then they closed and R is open. So 30 unit of work is done. Now you open R. So P and Q you close. So every minute R remove 1 unit. So for 30 unit R will take how many minutes? R will take 30 minutes. So the tank will get empty by R in how many minutes? So that would be 30 minutes. Question number 43. A circular park whose diameter is 210. So the radius would be 105. So has a 5-meter wide path running around it outside. So outside. So outside means 110. So 5-meter outside. So this is the path. This is the path. So what is the area of the path? So the area of the path is nothing but pi into 110 square minus 105 square, a square minus b square. That is a minus b into a plus b. So 210, 210, 215, 215, 215, 215. So they're asking, okay, pi, thank God. They're asking in pi. So 215 into 5, that is nothing but 10755. Any number you want to multiply with 5, never multiply with 5. Like here I wanted to do 215 into 5. So the better way of doing 2150 divided by 10. And any number you want to multiply with 5, the best way is that into 10 divided by 2. Now see question number 44. Let me just copy this question. If this is not visible for you, this is cube, this is cube, this is cube, this is square. So this is like this. So 2x minus 5y whole cube minus 2x plus 5y whole cube. So you can apply the formula of a cube minus b cube. So you will get a minus b to a square plus ab plus b square. So so this they are in the form of a cube minus b cube. So they are in the form of a cube minus b cube. So a minus b means 2x minus 5y minus 2x minus 5y. So a minus b into a square. A square means this is your a, this is your a. So 2x minus 5y square plus ab. So plus ab means 2x minus 5y into 2x plus 5y. So a minus b, a square plus ab, a square plus ab plus b square. So plus b square. So plus b square means 2x plus 5y whole square. So 2x get cancelled. So minus 10y is equal to, this is 4x square plus 25y square minus this is 20xy. This is a plus b into a minus b. That is a square minus b square. So 4x square, a square minus b square. This is minus 25y square plus 4x square plus 25y square plus 20xy. 25xy, 25y square, 25y square. Get cancelled. Then 20xy, 20xy get cancelled. Okay. So I can write this as minus 10y minus 10y. This is 4x square. 4x square, 4x square. So 12x square. Then plus 25y square. So this is what I got. So I got minus 10y is equal to 12x square plus 25y square. So they are given in this problem in some form something. They are in the form of they are in the form of y ax square. They are in this form y ax square. Y they are in the form of y ax square. They are in the form of y ax square plus by square plus by square plus by square. So they are in this form. So how will I write them in this form? So y, I can write minus 120x square minus 250y square is equal to y ax square plus by square. And so in that way, my a will become minus 120 and my b will become minus 250. So what they are asking, then what is the value of 2a minus b? What is the value of 2a minus b? So 2a means minus 240 minus minus plus 250. So the answer would be plus 10. Okay, now see question number 45, everyone. So here, this is divide sign. This is divide. This is divide. This is divide. Everyone, try to solve this question. Question number 45, very easy. So you should not miss this kind of question. It's just an application of board mass. So this is 5 minus 2 plus 3, then 2 minus 2 into 2 into 2 plus 5 minus 5 divided by 5 divided by 4 into 4 divided by 4 of 4 plus 4 divided by 4 of 4. This is the question. Now you understand. First I'll do this. 2 twos are 4, then 2 twos are 4, then 2 minus 4 minus 2 minus 2 plus 5 minus 2 minus 2 plus 5 is plus 3. So 3 into 3 is 9. So then 2 plus 9 minus 5. So 2 plus 9, 11. 11 minus 5, 11 minus 5, 6. So 5 minus 6 divided by 5. Then this whole divided by. So here, so first you multiply 16. So because you apply board mass, so first you will do O of. So 4 divided by 16 is 4 by 16. 4 by 16 is 1 by 4. 1 by 4 plus 4, 4.25. So 4.25. So 4.25. 4.25. So 4 plus this 4 into 4, 16. 4, that is 4 divided by 16, 1 by 4. 4 plus 1 by 4 is 17 by 4. 17 by 4. So this is 4 into 4 divided by 4 into 17 by 4. So 4 get cancelled. So here you got, this is 5 minus 6 by 5. This is 4 into 4 divided by 17. So this is 25 minus 6. That is 19. 19 by 5. 25. So this is 25 minus 6. That is 19 by 5. And this is 4 into 4 by 17. 4 into 4 by 17. So this will give you 19 by 5 into 16 by 17. So answer for this. Okay. Below 80. No, it is 80. Okay. So answer should be then option A only, because in only one option this is 323 by 80. This should be the answer. So 19 into 17, you can do 19 into 17. This is 9 zar, this is 7 zar, 63, 6 carry, 17 plus 9, 26. plus 6, 323. So 19 into 17 is 323. So this is option A, question number 45. Answer is option A. Then you can see question number 46. Question number 46 a solid metallic sphere of radius x is melted and drawn into 126 cones, each of radius 3.5 and height 7. So whenever you do this melting process and you convert one solid into other solid, the volume will remain the same. There is no wastage on that. What is the value? It's very simple. So very simple calculation. Volume will remain the same. So 4 by 3 pi r cube. So 4 by 3 pi, here radius is x, so x cube is equal to 126 cone. One cone, so that is 1 by 3 pi r is 3.5, 3.5 square into 3, 3.5 square into 3. This you have to do. So pi will get cancelled. So 3 get cancelled. So, uh, so 4 into x cube is equal to 126 into 3.5 square, that is 12.25. 3.5 is 12.25. So I can write 7 by 2. 7 by 2 means 7 by 2 means 49 by 4. 49 by 4 into 3. So this I can write. This is USA. This is 63, and then okay, then this would be 63 into 3 into 49 by 8. So you can write your x cube is, so your x cube is 63 into 49 into 3, 49 into 3 divide by 8. 4 2s are 8. So this, so 63 is, what is 63? 63 is divided by 3, this is 21. This is 3, 7, this is 3 square into 7, this is 7 square into 3, this is 2 cube. So this x cube is equal to 3 cube into 7 cube divided by 2 cube. So your x is equal to 3 into 7 by 2. Your x is equal to 10.5. In case, I believe you know the formula and all. So I don't think there's any possibility of in case. The volume of cone is 1 by 3 pi r square h. The volume of sphere is 4 by 3 pi r cube. So I believe you have gone through my video on mensuration. So around 5 to 6 videos I have made on mensuration, where I discuss all this concept very briefly. So in case if you have doubt, please go and watch my video on mensuration. So question number 47, breakup of numbers 2 and 5 school. This data is given to you. So based on this, what they are asking you. They are asking you if the ratio, okay, one better write it down, this breakup. Better write it there. So A is 86.4, B is 72, B is 72, C is B is 72, C is 79.2, D is 64.8, D is 64.8, E is 57.6, E is 57.6. So I can do the sum. The sum is 20, then 8 8, 17, 17 plus 11, 28, 30, 30, 3 carry, 3 carry, so 15, 18, 18, 25, 18, 25, 31, 36. So you know this. Now based on this, the question, now I'll see the question. Now this question is like this. Total number of students is 5200. If the ratio of the number of boy to the girl in school B is 7:6, the ratio of number of boy to girl in school B is 7.6. B, boy to girl is 7.6. Total number of students is 5200. Okay, and then the ratio of number of boy to girl in school B is 7:6, and ratio of number of boy to girl in school D is 4:5. In school D is 4:5. Boy to girl ratio. In school D, the ratio is 4:5. Total number of students is 5200. So then, what is the ratio of number of boy in B to the girl in D? So the ratio of boy in B to the girl in D. This is the ratio they are. So boy in B, boy in B, boy in B, boy in B, number of boy to girl, and then ratio of number of boy in B to the girl in B. So boy is 7/13, 7/13 of B. B is what? B is 72/360 of 5200. 5200 is same in both. Here girl is 5/9 into D is 64.8 divided by 360 into 5200. 5200 I'm writing with symbol Y because that is constant. This will get cancelled. This all get cancelled. This all get cancelled. So what is relevant for you? 7 into 72/13 into 5 into 648 into 9. This is what you need to determine. This is what you need to determine. So if you notice, this is 9 8 is 72, and this is 72. Okay. This is Uza. This is Tenza. Tenza means this is Tuza. This is Tuza. So this is 14:30. That is the answer what I'm getting. 7 people. 14:30. So the answer for this is 14:30. Question number 47. The answer is option A. Now you can see 48. So the breakup of degree, same data. Again the same thing. If the total number of student in D and E, total number of student in D and E exceed A. So D plus E minus A. So D plus E minus A. So D plus E minus A. So here this is D plus E. D plus E minus A. So D plus E is how much? That is D plus E is 14. 1 carry 12, 1 carry 122.4. D plus E is 124.4 and A is 86.4. A is 86.4. D plus E minus A. So that is 6. That is 6. And this is 11, 11, 3. That is 36 degree. 36 degrees 1/10. So 36 degree, that is the difference what you're getting. So if the number student in D plus E exceed the number student in A by X, so what you need to find 36 degree. 36 degree, 360 degree is 5200. So you understand 360 degree is total is given 5200. So 36 degree will be 520. So 520 is between which number? No, option A 520 is not there. Option B 520 is not there. Here 520 is not there. Option D. Which question? Very easy question. 48. So the answer is option D, 500 to 525. You don't have to do anything. Simple. So B plus E, how much more than A? So B plus E, how much more than A? So B plus E. So total was 5200 only. So that is 5200. So the total is 20 in D plus E. D plus E, that is D plus E, that is 122.4 minus E, that is 86.4. So you can do 122 minus 86. This is 6. This is 4. 46 degree. Sorry, 36 degree. 12, 11, 36 degrees. So very simple. Now see question number 49. So in the test consisting of 140 questions, in a test consisting of 140 questions, a candidate correctly answered 70% of first 80 question. First 80 question, he corrected 70% correct, means 56 question he made correct out of 80, means number of question left is 60. So what percentage of remaining question does the candidate need to correct to get 60% in the test? He should get 60%. 60% means he should get 84 correct. Till now 56 are correct. So how much more he need to correct? 84 minus 56. So this is 8 and this is 28 should be more. So 28 should be more. So 28 should be correct out of 60. So 28 is what percentage of 60? That is 100. This is 5. This is 3. This is 140 by 3. This is 4 and then 20. 20 means 6 46 2 by 3. Option C. Very simple. Now see the last question. This is the question of time, speed and distance. A train of length 212 meter is running at 45 kilometer per hour. 45 kilometer per hour, you can multiply with 5 by 18, you will get 12.5 meter per second. Its speed 5 by 25 by 2. So this is the speed in meter per second. So a train is there of length. So the length of the train is 212. Whenever you do problem on train, then you have to take speed in meter per second only. Okay. And this, when this train is crossing a platform of the length 188 meter, so then the total distance the train has to cover is 212 plus 188. So that will be 400 meter. So the train has to cover a total distance of 400 meter and the speed of train is 12.5 or 25 by 2 meter per second. So how much time the train would take to do that? So 25 1 this is 16. So the time what the train will take to do this is 32 seconds. So very easy problem. So guys, I believe you have seen all the questions which we had done. So you can understand. I hope you enjoyed this session. You can understand the paper was not at all difficult. A few questions were very time consuming. So no need to do that question. Anyway, nobody is expecting you to solve 50 out of 50 questions. So I did 50 questions because the reason why I tried to do 50 questions was because I wanted to give that kind of atmosphere that if anyone want to solve all the questions, then how he or she should solve. So the agenda is very clear that few questions you should not try to solve in exam. They are unnecessary. They will waste your time. So if I talk about those questions, 44 question you can avoid in beginning. Later on, if you can understand, is well and good. Question number 37 you can avoid. I don't suggest you get time. I don't suggest you will left with time in exam later on to do that. In case if you get ample time, you can try for 37. But I'll suggest not to do that. Same question of 40. If your brain works, very good. Otherwise, avoid that question. So 30. So then all till now all are easy. All are easy. All are easy. Then now these all questions are easy. You can avoid 15 unnecessary time consuming. You can avoid question number 15. Around 5 to 6 questions are there which you should not do only unnecessary. 11 is also like that. So you can avoid this question. Although I solved this question for you people, but again you can better it would be if you can avoid this question. So out of 50, if you solve 40 questions also, so I believe you are doing justice to the work. Fine. Uh, so overall, I believe you enjoyed this session. So 50 questions were there, and I told you the easiest way of getting the answer for these questions. So I hope you enjoyed this session. If you enjoyed this session, please click on the like button, and please don't forget to subscribe my channel if you have not subscribed. So with that intention, I'd like to say goodbye to all of you. Thank you, everyone.